I have been at DeMolay for 6 years now, and a Mason for 1. As State Master Councilor, the job is pretty simple. Grow in membership and try not to get Delaval angry. There were many challenges that I faced this year, and I've learned many lessons from them. For example, sometimes in a group of purebred leaders, you have to take a step back and look at the big picture, analyzing where the group is headed and where it needs to go. And when it is your turn to step up and lead, you need to know where to lead that group to. One of the hardest things this year was learning how to work with other types of leaders and the different mindsets that they bring with them. Planning the first ever Masonic Youth Unity Weekend proved to be a very time-consuming task. We met every Tuesday and Thursday over Skype and an internet calling application. We also made time during our own organization's events to meet and talk about the upcoming weekend. The success of the weekend made all the work worthwhile. And with all the challenges I've faced, the Order of DeMolay grew this year, and the members are constantly growing. Over the past year, I've been hearing less people ask, what is DeMolay? And I've heard more ask, how is DeMolay? I'm happy to report that Pennsylvania DeMolay is doing extremely well. This year, we've encouraged our 750 members into taking control of their home chapter and of their entire DeMolay experience. By taking control, we wanted the members to run the meetings, improve their ritual skills, and plan events like going to see the Phillies, Yankees, and maybe even the Pirates. We didn't just want them to run their chapter, we wanted them to be prepared for the real world that they will soon encounter. They needed to learn how to budget finances, how to communicate with peers, and even how to tie a tie. All of which are very important skills for even the normal college student. The members were rewarded with points, which they could return for prizes. They would receive the points for completing various DeMolay tasks, such as finishing the Representative DeMolay Award, a self-evaluation, completing the 5 leadership correspondence courses, which are open book tests about DeMolay, and most importantly, by bringing in new members. Members could choose what their prize was and when they would pick it up. They could splurge as soon as they earned enough points, or save up until the end to earn the biggest and best prize. While the younger members were seeing the benefits of the prizes, older members were realizing the benefit they received was their introduction to Masonry, through advisors, the use of Masonic meeting places, and the Masonic values that were built into the DeMolay ritual. We've had members that have wanted to expand their knowledge of Masonic culture and virtues, and assume their place in the fraternity shortly after reaching 18 years of age. This year was the first year that 5 of the 6 elected state officers were Master Masons. The 6th is not yet old enough. I was proud to have been raised last July in the presence of Right Worshipful Past Grand Master Dad Sam Williamson and Right Worshipful Deputy Grand Master Dad Jay Smith. Throughout the year, more than a dozen DeMolays decided to continue their journey and become Masons, and with so many more coming of age in the next few years, we look forward to helping continue the growth in the Masonic fraternity. While we were asking members to take control, we were asking advisors to unplug. The objective was to have advisors unplug the power cord and allow members to power their chapter. DeMolays became more engaged in planning events like calling the paintball place that they were visiting, or writing an email to their state senator asking for a special tour of the Capitol building. However, advisors had to become even more in tune with what was happening, and even more aware of the kind of things the kids were planning. When advisors unplugged the power cord, they empowered the chapter to take control. It is a difficult thing to do, but we all learn best from experiences instead of lectures. Colin Powell said, "There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure." The goal of Take Control was to have the young men become prepared, work hard, and learn from past mistakes. Once, when I was Master Councilor, my chapter was going to go bowling. and when we were going to invite prospects to attend as well. When no one showed up, I realized I had forgotten to call the members to remind them about the event. What may have seemed like a big mistake turned into one of the most important lessons I've learned. Now, I have my cell phone instead of my mother to remind me to make phone calls. 12 years ago, Pennsylvania DeMolay voted to make the Children's Dyslexia Centers its statewide charity. Every year since then, we have supported the charity both on the state level and on the local chapter level. Pilgrim and Allentown chapter are constant supporters of the Harrisburg and Allentown walkathons, and Elizabethtown chapter holds a spaghetti dinner each year that generates close to $2,000, all of which they donate to the learning centers. Each year, our state sweetheart has promoted the charity and encouraged chapters to raise funds and make donations to local learning centers. Community involvement, whether it be by supporting a learning center or cleaning up a ballpark, has been a central point this year for members to take control. After listening to Grand Master Sturgeon's inaugural address, where he challenged members of the Masonic fraternity to do a random act of kindness, I challenge members of DeMolay to participate more in their communities and show the public that DeMolays are patriots of peace through supporting their communities and helping improve it. We even created a form for chapters to fill out after community service events, and this year, over 100 reports were filed and over 800 hours of service have been reported since August. Chapters were creating shadow boxes for local retirement communities, revitalizing the community center, cleaning up after the shrine circus, donating clothes and food to the family of a member who had suffered a stroke, assisting with a Christmas party for students of the Children's Dyslexia Center, and by selling candy after lodge meetings, a chapter is able to donate those funds raised to the Dyslexia Center. Our organization cannot complete so many tasks without the support and help of our advisors and of our local valleys and lodges. From the valleys of Reading and Pittsburgh, who host statewide induction classes, to the valleys of Harrisburg and Lancaster, who host our Eastern Legion of Honor programs, and to the valleys that support a chapter by allowing them to meet there. We, the members of DeMolay, and myself personally, wish to thank you for your help. The scholarships you provide and competitions you sponsor help young boys grow into young men. Having been a member who constantly sees the support of the Valley of Harrisburg, of which I am also a proud member of, and the great things it has done for Pilgrim Chapter, I know that chapters who receive that support will grow and thrive for a long time. As a DeMolay and as a Mason, I have seen the successes that DeMolay program can produce. Without the support of our advisors and a constant influx of members, we cannot get the word out about this program. If you know a young man between the ages of 12 and 21, please get him involved. The success of the DeMolay organization and the continued development of the greatest fraternities in the world, Masonry and DeMolay, rests in our hands. To quote the Russian vodka toast shared with us by illustrious C. DeForest Trexler at the meeting this afternoon, DeMolay and Freemasonry will always be able to say of each other, may your success always be our joy. Thank you for the opportunity to speak here this evening and for all of your support and encouragement over the past year.